Now that I'm older, I clearly know my mom was talking about me essentially being put in child protective services while they investigated a potential abuse case, and that she was highly exaggerating the level of response that would have happened if 911 came. But back then, all I could think about was being scared of being taken away from my room and, even worse, my toys. Nonetheless, my mom went on with detailing what the next steps would look like when the police came. My little fancy room that I love so much, none of that was coming with me. And then came the gut punch of all gut punches. I'd have to share a room with someone. Oh, hell no. This was not what I had in mind at all. Everyone knew that I hated sharing, so I didn't know if she was throwing that in just to scare me, but it didn't matter. I wasn't going to risk it. I knew enough. The call wouldn't be happening. I quickly apologized for even mentioning calling 911 and went to my room to cry. My mom essentially gave me what I call classic old school Black mom, test me and I will test you. As she liked to say, I am not one of your little friends. And at 5 years old, I learned to never threaten to call the police on my mom again. I can look back at that situation now and see the humor. I don't feel it was as terrible as I felt it was at 5. But I still have an uneasy feeling about screaming in general. Screaming, to me, seems so normal in parenting in general and admittedly was very normal in my childhood. I'm not going to lie, I still scream. When I'm frustrated, irritated, or angry, I scream. I probably scream for more reasons than that, if I'm being truthful. I feel bad every time I scream, and especially if I scream at my kids. I imagine my mom felt bad too, but at the same time, she probably felt it was necessary. Like it was necessary to be heard, especially over my crying, or to show power over what behavior she was trying to correct. That's what comes to mind for me, at least, when I think about why I scream. In an odd way, it's meant to correct a bad behavior with another bad behavior. The irony. Also, because my parents never beat me, I imagine screaming seemed like a good alternative. In comparison to what my mom experienced growing up, she probably wished someone just screamed at her instead of all of the beatings she experienced. I used to get on my mom about her screaming because I felt like she was completely unaware that she was doing it. And similar to ghosting, she rarely admits to doing it. But I've realized I scream too much in the same way. So I've stopped confronting her about it. It's a not so great learned behavior that admittedly I'm not always doing the best at controlling.